Boyce is back. Sam and oh God, what's up with you? Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive.
Interested in promoting your brand, business, or talent on Hip Hop News Uncensored? Hit me up right now at advertise@hiphopun.com. That's advertise@hiphopun.com. Hit me ASAP. Very affordable rates. Now to our regularly scheduled program.
What are one of the misconceptions a lot of people have of Dr. Boyce Watkins?
One of them is that because I have a PhD, that somehow I think that I'm part of some elite,
Right.
you know, and my mental dysfunction that I've carried, you know, for a long time is the fact that I've actually always been rejected by almost every group, you know. But it helps because it made me an independent thinker. But I have to calibrate that to say, okay, you know, you're not going to always be rejected by everybody, so you shouldn't just accept that as a condition, you know. Because sometimes if you really think you're going to be rejected, you'll reject yourself before anything even happens. Like, so when I would get around and do stuff with white people, I was so triggered by that I would just write myself out of the equation before the conversation started. Because I don't want you to get me all comfortable.
Right.
And then you traumatize me by dropping, you know, some racism type stuff on me, you know. So that's a problem, right? That's something, you know. So I think overall, the idea that somehow I think that because I have a PhD, I'm not a black man anymore is very weird to me. I'm a black man first. You know, that's what I've always been. I think that's probably one of the, and then I think also just the fact that somehow people think that because you're educated, that means that you are soft, or that you're, you know, that you on some nerd shit. So that means they can just run over you or whatever. And it's like, no, I choose not to be a bully, but I know how to deal with bullies. You know, I've dealt with them. You know, I dealt with them as a kid. I would even say to some extent, my father, who was a young man when he raised me, was a little bit of a bully. He was a cop. And he, as he learned to mature, he always wanted to maintain control. So he had a very bullying and aggressive nature. So I learned from that tough experience not to be a bully, because that's very hurtful to people.
Right.
But I also know how to deal with bullies. I can see right through your shit. You know, like I don't, you're not going to scare me or whatever. And I don't have to be aggressive to show that. Like, but no, I'm not backing down for nothing. You know, that's just not what you're supposed to do in my book.
Right. I want to cover a topic here that a lot of people try to, you know, come out and say about you. It was a situation you were working with the guy Andrew. What was his name? Andrew.
He's talking about the Chinese guy?
Yeah, the Chinese. What was his name again?
Charles Wu.
Charles Wu. Sorry, Charles Wu. Clear that up for everybody who's, you know, trying to attack you with that right now. Talk about that for us.
Charles Wu's a guy I worked with a long time ago who actually is very good at digital marketing. And what happened with Charles was he was working with us and showing us ethical ways to develop products and stuff like that, because we were trying to hire people, you know, with our company or whatever. So we were trying to get the information wherever we could. So we worked with him, and without me knowing, he did a training video where he's using me as a template, as an example of how great his methods are. And what it did was it gave the false impression that everything I say is fake, that I'm just pretending. And it's like, no, I've done like 10,000 videos. You can't fake the shit that I do. You can't fake who I am. Like, I don't, you know, and so effectively, so what we did was, and this was actually a mistake. I shouldn't have done this, but because of all the pushback, we just parted ways with it. We were like, man, just go. Like, you know, like, I can't believe you did the video. He's actually a nice guy, but it's like, man, look, like, people are now saying these things that are not true. I got to distance myself. I wish I hadn't done that. And the reason is because the money that we were making allowed us to hire a lot of black people. Yeah. You know, we were hiring people, man. Like, we create jobs. We don't just, you know, this was not just like, we weren't just talking shit on the internet, man. We pour $100,000 a month into the black community. You know what I mean? So people that think that we just had a YouTube channel and we're just doing whatever. No, we were running a business. Right. And it was a mistake to respond to the internet criticism, because what you got to learn about business is that there's a difference between your critics and the people that really have your back to support your business.
Yes, sir.
Most of your critics do not put a nickel in your pocket. And it goes back to when I was little. My mother used to say, if somebody's not paying your bills, they have no right to tell you anything. So really, the reason I regretted firing him was because that cut our revenue, man. Like, like 60-70%. You know, like
Wow.
and I look back, I'm like, man, I shouldn't have even, so fuck it. I mean, if people are gonna talk shit and make things up, that's what they do. I mean, I've learned that over time. You can't get too caught up in what people say, good or bad. You're gonna, if you're winning, if you're succeeding, if you find a way to get out of this muck of shit that a lot of us are born in as black people, we feel like that's where we're supposed to be, then there's always gonna be somebody sitting in the shit that's mad. That's like, oh, you making money. You must be cheating. You must be lying. Now, they ain't giving no smoke to white business. White people coming in, pulling whole money bags out of the black community. You out here trying to do the right thing, trying to help black people, trying to hire black people. But for some reason, there's another black person who's targeting you and ignoring all the white people who are making 100 times more money than you.
Yep.
That's a mental illness. That is a psychological dysfunction. And so I think that as a community, man, those who really want to build things have to literally look at those people and say, fuck you.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm going to ignore you. Like, the same way I would ignore a screaming 8-year-old in the back of the car. I'm not listening to you anymore because we're trying to build something. It's impossible to build something without at some point getting criticism. So with the Charles Wu thing, I parted ways with him a while back, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I wish I had, because that guy was helping. He was
good, yeah.
He was good at what he did, and it was helping us like make money. And none of it was fake. It was really who I was, but it was a matter of like marketing, positioning things in a certain way. So so to this day, it's like okay, wait a minute. So I'm getting the criticism anyway, because that's the thing. Your haters that hate you are going to hate you no matter what. Right. So if you respond to the haters, you're not going to benefit from that. Because it's not like they're going to say, oh, well, now that you stopped doing that, now I love you. Yeah. Now I'm good. Now I'm going to help you pay all the bills you can't pay anymore because you made all the. So you cannot live for the people who hate you. You have to live for the people who love you. And what I observed was that as that stuff was happening, there was a distinct difference between our core base, the people that have our back, and you have the core base that will really support you financially. Then you have the base of people that are just cool with you, that are just going to look for facts, that are going to just check you out and just really, honestly, genuinely say, wait, is it true that you're a fraud? You can say, no, here's the receipts. And they say, okay, cool. Right? Then you got the people that are just like, no matter what you say, they're going to hate you. So that last layer, you got to ignore them. They can't be relevant, especially when you're trying to do grown man business. A lot of these people that have YouTube channels have big channels because they run their mouths, and they unfortunately, many of them just have mental breakdowns online, and they show their psychological dysfunction or whatever, and people like that. But they're not actually doing anything constructive. They're not hiring any black folks. They're not building schools. They're not getting anything done. They're just talking, right? So personally, long story short, with the Charles Wu thing, that's what it is. And I know people are going to always believe what they want to believe. Yeah. And I just have to honestly say that I truly don't give a fuck, like at all. And then you can't.
As you shouldn't. And I think something that kind of stems on that is, and a lot of people gave you criticism about that, is because that's an Asian man working for a black man, and we should have all black people work for all black people. But if you go to Walmart right now, or matter of fact, you go to the pizza shop down the street, you'll see Mexicans in there, you'll see blacks in there, you'll see everybody in there working. But the owner of it's white. He's taking that home to his grandchildren, his babies, their community, this community. Walmart, same thing. Anybody in here, you'll see a number of races throughout that job. But where's the money going once the money is brought in? And I think us as a community fail to realize that, okay, maybe this isn't a black man doing this, but where's that money going once it's there? And we don't think about that part. We don't conceive that part. We just say, oh, he says he's black. Everybody got to be black. Well, what if it wasn't anybody qualified for that at the time? I'm not saying that there isn't black people qualified, but right then and there, this man might have been the best for the position.
People think that black empowerment economically means complete segregation from anything that's not black, and that's not true.
Right.
In fact, I support the idea of integration. It just has to be done the right way.
Gotcha.
I criticize integration because it was done in a way that put black people on the lower rung of the economic ladder.
Exactly.
If it had been a fair 50-50 partnership where we're just an equitable partner in global trade, I'm all for that. That's what you got to do.
Facts.
If you have a country, if your country's isolated from the rest of the world and not connecting, not doing business with other countries, that country will starve to death. Like, you won't have what you need. So you want to be a part of the global economic system. So our philosophy in general is we don't discriminate against people that are not black. Like, I tell people all the time, look, if you want to join the black business school and you ain't black, that's cool. Just like I can go to Notre Dame. I'm not a white Catholic guy, but Notre Dame will let me in. But they make it clear that the priority of this school is to support the Catholic community, right? This is a Catholic school, but if you're cool with that, come on in, right? So same thing, Black Business School. Look, we're B1, we're Black first. If you're cool with that, then come on in. Same thing when it comes to hiring people. We have a preference to hire Black people.
Right.
But sometimes if there's a job that needs to be done and we got to hire somebody who's not Black, we might have to do that, right? But that's our last resort, right? So ultimately, man, I just think that there's people that understand this type of thing and some people who don't. And I don't think you should spend a lot of time trying to explain all that to people who don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if anything, your haters give you a reason to get focused real quick. You got to get focused in a hurry, keep moving. You know, because you spend too much time looking around at the opposition. It's like if you playing a football game and you bust through the line and you running down the field and you stop and look to see who's chasing you, you're gonna get tackled, right? Yeah. You better run, you know, and that's what it is. So it's like just move forward, and that's how you win.
Cool. What's been your strategy as of late to deal with a lot of critics? You know, you've been getting critics since you've been around, but what has been your strategy to deal with the critics that have been coming out and criticizing your work, you know, for the past, you know, a few years or so?
Actually, a couple of thoughts. One, whenever Batman rises up, the Joker is going to naturally rise up. We talked about that, right? Yeah. You know, McDonald's, there'll be a Burger King, right? The Democrats rise up, the Republicans rise up. There's always an opposition party to any set of beliefs, period. That's just what's going to happen. So that's a natural thing. And also your haters in many cases can be like almost like your marketing team, really. You know, like if you look at I'll give you an example. Look at Candace Owens and how many Democrats hate Candace Owens. When they pour hate on her and make fun of her and attack her, that makes her an even more prominent Republican. Yeah. And the reason the Obamas do so well on the Democrat side is because so many Republicans hate them, right? So when people are talking you up and pouring energy into your existence, that naturally, if your goal is to just really be relevant, then you've shown that you have a type of power that's causing people to give you all their attention. Now, the challenge with that is that you know, if you don't understand these sorts of things and understand that that's just how the game is, that there's going to be competition, there's going to be rivalry, etc. If you get too caught up into it, you can put energy into it, which is where you start to lose. Okay. And so, as a general rule, one thing I do is I don't watch any videos about me. Okay. I don't watch it. Every now and then I'll see a couple of thumbnails. Yeah. Right. But I don't even watch. I just don't. You know. And that is really for my own mental health, because I know that I can get down and dirty with them. Like I'll be ready to fight. You know, you ready to jump in there? Like, okay, well, let's debate it. Right. You know, and it's like, no, like that's not. Because at that point, what you're doing is you're disrespecting your base. Yeah. Because you're serving your haters. You're giving them all of your attention. You know, it's like a classroom where the teacher's giving all the attention to the bad kids. So the good kids that really want to learn are starting to get pissed. They're like, damn, we can't even move forward in the lesson because you're talking to him all the time. Kick that motherfucker out of class so we can keep going. So so we had a lot of people, unfortunately, that we had to kind of tell them like we're not asking you to be on the platform. In fact, we're asking you to leave now. And then what happens is you're talking to your people, because those are the people that get me, and that's fine. Like I don't really I'm not real big into the whole popularity contest of the internet. I've gotten attention for a long time. Like I started writing articles in 1996. Like they got a lot of attention. Like at the University of Kentucky, I got that first taste of pseudo fame. You know, where everybody knows who you are, and I learned back then that you can't put too much stock into positive or negative comments. Right. Because if you do, like you hear the positive and you starting to eat it up, you get addicted to it. And then when that person don't like you no more, you're all sad and depressed. You know, that it's like taking away your crack pipe. But then you hear the negative, then you lose focus on what you're trying to do. So the best response, the best advice I would give anybody that has haters is to understand, number one, your haters are really a sign of success. That shows the relevance of your work. Number two, you gotta just keep going. Just move forward. So if I get pumped up about something I see or something that's wrong, it pushes me to just do more stuff. Like, okay, let's do it. Let's go. Like here, I'm gonna show you even more of why the people that love me, and I'm gonna really show out for them. I'm not trying to put a whole lot of energy into the people that don't like me.